Okay guys, welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem 6. This is Mr. Shiny Gyarados, and in the last video we got Lou to join our army and we get our first mage, which will be super useful because, well, the boss is a knight, and let's just look. 0 resistance, 11 defense. That 11 defense is a pain in the butt to get around with a normal fighting, but if you use magic against 0 resistance, it works a lot better. Let me just check. Okay, you do have to be wary of his javelin, which means your healer might get extra work in this one. So anyway, let's continue on into the castle. Okay, so since I've been talking about mages, I'm going to talk about something crazy that happened not that long ago in a game of Pathfinder that I've been doing with some friends. But anyway, I'll give you some quick backstory on my character. First, his name is X, and he's an elf sorcerer who was raised by dragons. And it's pretty crazy. And yeah. Man, I wish why am I saying that? But yeah, he's this sorcerer of draconic bloodline too, because if you played Pathfinder, you'll know what I'm getting at. But like, so he'll be able to like use magic to turn into a dragon, and it's really cool. So he has like I have this whole backstory I'm working up with, like his adopted dragon father and all this craziness. The name, still haven't thought of the name, but that's also supposed to still be a secret to everybody. But anyway, so we had finished a battle at this point, and me and one of my friends, his characters, went to the park, and so he gets arrested for trying to chop down a tree to make a seesaw. And then later on, for whatever crazy reason, yeah, seesaws no longer exist in this world. So he doesn't even remember why he got arrested for what he was trying to make. It was crazy. And then at the after he got thrown in jail for this, as I was still there, he succumbed to dungeon madness, which is like schizophrenia. So he's like freaking out on the floor for like 30 minutes. His character pretending to like swim inside the jail. In his mind, he's like intimidating everything, water, doors. It was ridiculous. My guy was just standing there watching him freak out on the floor, standing next to the guard. Like, should we go in there and knock him out? I don't know. Maybe you should go in there and knock him out, because my guy doesn't have great strength. So he's not much of a fighter in that respect, but he's got magic and stuff. But so yeah, continue on. So the guard tries to go in there twice, getting intimidated out of the room both times by him, and running out, relocking the door. So then what was it? Yeah. So then we're eventually going to leave, and then outside, what was it? We heard because apparently his character, while still succumbing to this dungeon madness and going crazy, was crafted himself a key out of dirt, and the craziest thing was that it actually worked on the door to unlock the door. So he had got out, so they had to bring in another guard, and eventually, and then he starts like climbing on walls and stuff, and then I started using my magic, but not harmful magic, the prestidigitation street magic, and to like confuse him, and it ended up actually temporarily blinding him and causing him to fall onto the floor. And then he intimidates both of the guards out of the room after originally he tried to bluff that he was Batman, but that didn't actually work. No one bought that one. Unfortunate for him. But yeah, so he manages to intimidate him out of the room, and yeah, so I'm actually starting to punch him because I'm trying to help knock him out, and somehow I'm actually getting hits. Now, in battle, when I don't use my magic, I almost never hit anything because of my lack of strength and whatnot. But somehow in this, I was actually hitting him. But eventually, what was it? Because I had blinded him, he knocks himself out by running into a door. And running into the door and knocking himself out. So then, what was it? So then we get him, I call the guards back, and we get him back in the jail cell. And then later on, he starts, in his sleep, he still has dungeon madness going on. So, so we hear him, and then, me and one of the other guys were going to go in, but then one of my other friends just came in and, like, took the guard away or whatever to do God knows what with the guard. I don't know. So I just went in by myself to check on him, and then I was like, you know what? Earlier I wanted to use my spell Detect Secret Door to see if there were any secret doors, but there was another guard there, so it would be kind of suspicious. Like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm doing nothing. I'm not a bad guy. Because my guy isn't a bad guy. He was not raised that way by his dragon brethren. But, so, since no one else was there, I was like, you know what? I want to use Detect Secret Door. And originally the DM was going to be like, there's no secret doors. But he was like, no. Because you did that, you opened a portal to his imagination. So I got sucked into his imagination, where my character started seeing what was part of, like, his adopted dragon father, but in, like, this crazy, because it's his imagination. He's, like, wearing a top hat and has a monocle and all that other crazy stuff. But, so yeah, in his imagination, I have to, like, several times I have to try and, with the dragon, in, like, these rainbow superpower jetpack things, try and, yeah, escape his imagination. Luckily, my guy, being a sorcerer, actually has fly checks, so it actually made it somewhat better at getting flying faster to get out of there. And eventually, I almost got trapped in there, but then luckily he, like, gave me a key in his mind as he's still knocked out, so that I could unlock myself and get out of there. So then I come back out in where we are, and then I just sort of leave. My character just leaves. And then I come back and bail him out the next day, but now his character has, like, really bad dungeon madness, so that it could happen at any time. He just starts freaking out and going crazy. But now my character, because I went inside his imagination, has partial or moderate dungeon madness, which means that, like, if I ever succumb to it, which is slightly rare, then my character will just start seeing dragons. Just seeing dragons, including his dragon father, all around. And the funniest and best part of it is that my friend with the full-on sort of dungeon madness can also see these dragons, but no one else can. So we'll be like, dude, you can see the dragon? I can see a dragon. Dude, we need to go talk to this dragon. Because my character already wants to keep trying to talk to dragons to refine his dragon father. Because he feels like it. That's part of his thing. But now we also, both of us, have to try and find a cure for this dungeon madness. Because apparently, my friend who would come up with it as the DM is, saying that, like, oh, if you, if you succumb to it enough, you actually start, you'll be teleported into a different plane or universe. Because you've gone such insane or whatever. But it was crazy. It was super funny. Just that whole thing. It's just the two of us, and he's got this crazy punching sharks in the face, getting bitten by imaginary sharks and whatnot. It was crazy. And yeah, so wow, it's already been like has it already been another 10 minutes-ish? We can keep going for a little bit, but yeah, that was super crazy, and I'm actually looking forward to it now. I'd been making a few backup characters, like, I don't know, X is cool, but I don't know. Maybe there's someone better, I don't know. Like a monk or something, but then I was like, no. Now that we have this crazy backstory stuff going on, no, I have to keep using them as much as I can. I'm actually really getting into his backstory. I need to work more on stuff like that with his past. But it is crazy, okay. Okay, so we're getting kind of close to the end of this level now, guys. But this is usually where I feel like it takes longer, and we got 4 people to beat, but I feel like it takes so many turns the way I do it. So, let's see, first things first. I'm actually gonna move you here, so that see if I can lure out that axe guy. I know it's probably not the smartest idea, but I want her to get some experience. I actually now have a new plan. Okay. Okay. Hopefully that general won't be provoked, and he's not even provoked. What is this? Oh. Do this then. Okay. Oh, we need to heal Walt. That's the other problem is such tight spaces. It's good for keeping multiple enemies from attacking your units, but it also becomes a pain, like right now. Okay, I think I can release him since he can't move. He should be able to get in the range there. Have Roy move up here too. And let's see. Yeah, that was probably not a good idea, but she's so close to leveling up. Well, I think this is where I'm going to end this video, guys. So, find out next time if we can actually beat Slater and finish off this castle and reclaim it and meet up with Hector. This is Mr. Shiny Gyarados signing off. Have a good day, guys.